for the purchase price that you paid for it.
Right, the appreciation. But let's say after 5 years you pay down, maybe 30,000 the loan. You definitely get that back, and all the things you put in. But yes, any appreciation, the whole purpose of that organization is to keep things affordable for the next buyer, and they'll have an income requirement and all those other things. But for these clients that have been renting for years, this works out great, and they were happy with their tax refund this year as well. So, and that helped out with the new baby. So everything worked out good for them. Oh, and I didn't even mention, they also, not this particular buyer, but also if you make under, for one person I know it's like under 60,000. They do have the tax abatement where you don't pay property taxes for 5 years as well, and you don't pay transfer tax. You can end up getting an extra 2.2% at closing from the city by not having to pay transfer taxes, and the seller pays your recordation taxes. I mean, there's all types of benefits, but that's something that,
My next question. So for this, let's say your home appreciates 30% over 3 years because it's a hot area or whatever. Can you refinance and take them out and then have the ability to take advantage of the appreciation? You can't.
No, it's a covenant that runs with the land.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, right, that's the strategy. So it might even be a year later if you say, okay, now is the time to, I'm ready, my job, now I'm making this, or something like that. Or, if you have a partner that you end up marrying or whatever, and it's two incomes, and say, okay, now we can afford something else. You definitely gotta keep that in your strategy. Definitely. But that program is a great way to get started. Again, 2%, no mortgage insurance. It's still a great program. The HPAC program. That program, in general, you get up to $44,000. It's a sliding scale. It's not always $44,000. It can be as low as $4,000 for those in upper brackets of income. No payments for the first 5 years. You need $500 to get in the home on average, and that's for the middle column, the 80% median area income and below. There are certain census tracts in the city for HPAC where you can get up to $77,000 for areas in high need. You have to be a foreclosure, and you have to budget in some renovation money on those. The My Home program, Sue, and I'll brush over those because no one mentioned moving to Prince George's County, Maryland, but in general they have 5% down, no payments, no interest. After 10 years, it's a silent loan. It goes away. It's forgiven. You need about 1.75% to get in the home, and it's the 80% median income. There's a Suitland program near the Suitland Metro, certain census tracts, where they give up to 35% down, up to $40,000. Capped up, but the average home price in that neighborhood is like $80,000, $90,000. So it's really a neighborhood in Blight. It really has a high need, and there's specific buyers for that. We can go on down to the FHLB, that's the Federal Home Loan Bank. That is anywhere in the country up to $7,500. That's for first-time home buyers, no payments. They require $1,500, at least $1,500 into the purchase, but you have to be at the 80% median area income, and that could be used in conjunction with other programs. And I didn't mention the HPAC program can actually be used with the CF Home program. A few people have used both, the $44,000 and the $75,000. Yeah, it is possible. I think there's been 2 people to do it. I know they bought condos, I think, in the Georgia Avenue area near Petworth. But you can combine those programs. So again, we set you up with the right lender to see what funds can be used. This federal home program, it can be used with most programs as well. Only certain banks administer it. So that's why part of this strategy comes into play, is what bank you choose. The program for Maryland veterans. DC bond program is for anyone buying in DC. They have, they contribute to the points of the loan to get you a low interest rate. So they, their interest rates are usually like at least 0.5%, lower than the regular rate. They advertise this. I think they run out of this money really, really quick, but they give $10,000 in closing cost assistance as well. But the money usually comes out October, and by November it's gone. So they say it's there, but I've never had a chance to help someone use it. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer just purchasing in DC. There are payments, but it's the low interest payments, and that's for the area 80% area median income. And finally, there's a CDA program in Maryland, gives you just a $5,000 closing cost grant. A couple other programs that are just coming up. If anyone interested in moving to College Park, Maryland, they have programs where they're trying to convert their rental homes into, I guess, because they rent to a lot of students to go to universities. There's grant money for purchasing homes that were former rentals, and there's also grants for people who work in the city of College Park. So that's just a couple of other new programs.